Hello fellow Bears fans, welcome to my 2014 Bears video blog. Week 5, Bears at Panthers game preview. Disappointing loss last week at Green Bay. Really don't want to relive that one. We didn't play very well at all on defense or on offense. Offense started off great but then fell apart. Couple turnovers cost us big in that one, and the defense was never able to get off the field and make the Packers punt. They scored on every drive except for a blocked field goal. So we definitely got to turn that around this week, and a matchup against the Panthers is a prime way to do that. We just can't we just need to avoid another letdown like we did in Green Bay, and definitely like we had to let down in Buffalo. That was should have won that game. So definitely need to get better here. Let's look at some of the numbers in this game. Points per game, we put up 23, ranks us 18th. They put up 18, ranks them 28th. Yards per game, we put up 349, ranks us 20th. They put up 327, ranks them 25th. Pass yards per game, we put up 242.4 or .2, ranks us 14th. They put up 256.8, ranks them 13th. Rush yards per game, we put up 106.8, ranks us 20th. They put up 71, ranking them 29th in the league. They are down to their 4th running back with Stewart out, Williams out, and Forrest Whitaker also out. They're down to their 4th running back, so not a lot of production on the ground. Defensive points per game, we give up 25, ranking us 21st. They give up 24, ranking them 17th. Through defensive yards per game, we give up 372.8, ranking us 23rd. They give up 373.8, ranking them 24th. Defensive pass yards per game, we give up 250.2, ranking us 20th. They give up 233, ranking them 13th. Defensive rush yards per game, we give up 122.5, which has come down quite a bit in the last few weeks. We started off the first game, we gave up 193. Then the second game, I think we gave up 140 or 150 something. Third game, we gave up just 114 to a very good rushing team in the Jets. And then last week, we held Eddie Lacy and company to just 50 yards on the ground. 50-some yards, 60-some yards on the ground, so our run defense has really improved. They give up 140.8, which ranks them 27th in the league. Move on to some position-by-position breakdown here. Quarterback, Cam Newton versus Jay Cutler. Cam Newton is yet another quarterback that can run the read option, can get out of the pocket, and can run downfield very well. However, they've been trying to limit him on that with the sore ankle and the sore ribs he's been suffering, or sore knee. I can't remember whether it's knee or ankle, but then definitely still has the sore ribs. Cutler is not like a mobile quarterback, but if he does need to run, he can. He's shown that already this year and previous years. Cutler has got the better arm, better career so far. I'm going to give us the advantage there. Running back, they're going to be starting running back Darren Reeves with Chris Ogbonnaya as the backup to him with Stewart, Fozzie Whitaker doubtful in this one, and D'Angelo Williams labeled as out in this one. It's going to be Darren Reeves and Chris Ogbonnaya. Matt Forte, speaking for himself, I gave us a slight advantage at quarterback. I'm going to give us a huge advantage at running back. So that's definitely big for us. Tight end, Greg Olsen versus Martellus Bennett. Olsen, we all know. Olsen used to be a Bear, was drafted a Bear, played a few years for the Bears before going to Carolina. Very solid tight end, can catch the ball, and can also block very well. Martellus Bennett, having a career year, was a career backup pretty much before coming to Chicago. Came to Chicago a starter, had a decent year last year, exploded in September, the number 1 fantasy tight end in the league, the number 1 tight end in the league right now as far as yards and touchdowns and everything goes. He's just been explosive. He was just explosive in the month of September, so I'm going to give us a slight advantage there, the way he's been playing. Move over to the receiver position, their starter, rookie Kelvin Benjamin, and then Jericho Cotchery is their number 2. Kelvin Benjamin having a great rookie year so far. Proving that he belongs in the league as a number 1 wide receiver, and he's only going to get better. Jericho Cotchery has been a number 2-3 wide receiver his whole career. Still a solid receiver. Still can catch the ball very well. But obviously on our side of the ball, Brandon Marshall, Alshon Jeffrey going to give us the advantage there. Looking up front, left tackle, they got Byron Bell. Left guard, Amini Saluto. Center, Ryan Khalil. Right guard, Fernando Velasco. And right tackle, Nate Chandler. Good news in this one, Slauson and Garza will be back. Matter of fact, pretty much all of our injured players that aren't already labeled out for the season, or like Marquise Wilson, who's on physically unable to perform list, but the ones that are listed on the week-to-week injury report that aren't on IR, like Tillman or something like that, looks like we're getting healthy. Everybody's coming back. Everybody listed on the injury report this week is probable, so that's a good sign. I'm going to give us a slight advantage at the offensive line position. We got all our starters back. Our offensive line played great last year, even with the injuries we had early in the season. Della Puente and Ola filled in for Garza and Slauson well. We're going to move now over to the defensive side of the ball. Start up front. They play a base 4-3 defense like us. Left defensive end, Charles Johnson. Charles Johnson's a very solid defensive end. Can get pressure on the quarterback. Right defensive end, Wes Horton. Don't know a lot about him. Then on our side, it's going to be Lamar Houston, Jared Allen. Jared Allen back once again from the pneumonia. Good to have him. It's going to be good to have him back. Last week without him, didn't get a lot of pressure on Aaron Rodgers. That killed us. We need to get the pressure this week and get to Cam Newton. Left defensive tackle, Colin Cole. Very solid defensive tackle up front. Right defensive tackle, Star Latui. Utelieli. He's a pretty solid tackle as well. However, they've shown in their rush yards per game, they give up 140.8, so their front seven hasn't been the greatest. We got Jared Allen, Lamar Houston, and Stephen Paya, and Jeremiah Ratliff will be back from his concussion this week up front, going to give us the edge there. Move over to linebacker position. Luke Kuechly, middle linebacker. Defensive player of the year last year, speaks for itself. He's a very solid linebacker, one of the tops in the league at the middle linebacker position. Then you got Thomas Davis, also a very good linebacker. He's proved very good throughout his career. Strong side linebacker, Chase Blackburn. I don't know a whole lot about him. Looking at our linebacker position, middle linebacker, with Shea McClellan also looking like he's going to return this week. He'll move back to the left side of the defense with Lance Briggs on the right side of the defense, and DJ Williams and Bostic will probably start splitting time again at middle linebacker. Bostic played fully, filling in for Shea McClellan. Going to give this pretty much a toss-up. We have a very solid linebacking core. They have a very solid linebacking core. So I'm going to call this even. Move over to the secondary. Our secondary in the first few weeks played pretty solid. However, last week was a big letdown in the secondary. They have, at corners, Antoine Cason. Has been a very solid corner in his career, and Josh Norman, I don't know a lot about him. We have Tim Jennings, Kyle Fuller. Tim Jennings is a very solid corner. Kyle Fuller, as a rookie, has shown that he can fill in for Tillman, and his being out on IR has had a very solid season so far. 3 picks, ties him for first in the NFL. Also 2 forced fumbles. Just having an outstanding start to his rookie season. Going to give us a slight edge there at corner. Move over to safety. Roman Harper's had a very long career at strong safety. Very solid safety. And then free safety, Thomas DeCoud has also been a very solid safety in his career. We're going to have Conti and Monday. Monday's returning from injury as well. Conti is probable coming in this. He's been banged up. Going to give them the slight edge there. Roman Harper's been a very solid corner. Overall, just looking at numbers, I've given us more edges. But on paper, we should be the better team. We just got to go out there and play like it. Going to move now to my offensive key to the game, and it's going to be to to maintain the run game, keep it going. We got it going strong against the Packers last week. The Panthers have a pretty solid pass defense, ranking 13th in the league. Not great, but not awful. But their rush defense, giving up 140.8 points per game. Get on the ground, get the clock moving, get some long scoring drives going, hopefully long touchdown drives going, and put them in a hole to where we don't give them a lot of time to come back. Also, that'll open up for the play-action pass. So my key to the game on offense is keep pounding the ball on the ground, keep the running game going strong. Key to the game on defense, obviously they're down to their fourth running back, and it shows, only averaging 71 yards per game on the ground. So my key to the game here is going to be to focus on Cam Newton, get pressure on him, get him flustered, get some hits on him, especially with those sore ribs. You get him moving around, trying to make quick decisions. We can definitely turn those into takeaways. Last week, we're 2-2. The 2 games we've won the turnover battle. The 2 games we've lost the turnover battle. That shows you right there, winning the turnover battle is huge in winning the game. So my key to the game on defense is going to be to contain Cam Newton. Move now to my segment of player to watch on offense. My player to watch on offense this week is going to be Matt Forte. I look for him to have another big game this week as he did last week against the Packers. I think he's going to have an outstanding game. Player to watch on defense is going to be Jared Allen, coming back off injury. Hasn't had the greatest year yet. He's got a forced fumble. He's got some tackles. He hasn't yet got a sack, but he's gotten some hurries on quarterbacks. Just hasn't gotten there. You know, Jared Allen, as good as an athlete as he is, he's going to break through eventually. I'm thinking it could be this game. The player to watch on defense is going to be Jared Allen this week. Think he can have a huge game. Now on to prediction time. With them not having much of a run game, they're pretty much, if we can keep them stopped on the run and get them in a hole early, we can force them to pass, make them be one-dimensional, and I think that plays huge into our favor. I'm going to say in this one, Bears 34, Panthers 13, final score. So look probably Sunday evening for my post-game recap of this one. Until then, go Bears. We need to get to 3-2 to keep pace in the division. Bear down.